fuck things up, just tell me now. We're living in a blinded town and we're running out of time. Feel like a drug when I'm talking to you. Slow trip trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down our feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. 'Cause it's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? To make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
It's your boy GMT. This time we're doing it big. Dating is hard, and lately it's been like a cat and mouse game, and dating with intentions has almost become non-existent.
Here's where we come in. Hi, I'm Dion. The dating scene has become dry and swiping left has become irritating. Are you ready to find the love of your life?
Welcome to Meet to Marry.
What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? We are live. We are live. We are back in the building, and shout outs to y'all. Much respect on this good Sunday. I hope everyone had a great holiday that just passed. We don't, I call it Family Day. So I hope everyone had a great family day, time with their peoples. We're going to get into this show. As you can see, you know how I do. I got my traditions. Every time we got somebody new on the panel, we gotta have a special introduction. So today, I have my guy, Jay Mills, on the panel with us. Shout outs to you. So, I would love for you to introduce yourself and let the squad know what you got going on. Talk to the audience. I'm sure they all want to know about you.
I appreciate you having me, G. What's up, everybody?
All right. Anytime, man.
What's going
on? Of course.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Shit, I've been in Charlotte now since what? Like 99, 2000, something like that. So I've watched the city grow and develop over time and stuff like that. I got a lot of people here, a lot of folks here. You know what I'm saying? I keep my ear to the streets. They connected with everything that's going on around here. So that day we met in the store, when you told me what you was doing with the show, I was like, yeah, that's big. I wouldn't mind being a part of that.
That's what's up, man. Listen, And one of the realest, as y'all, I know y'all seen it, but I got a clip that the Bish Gossip picked up, and it's doing numbers right now. It's over 50,000 views. I think it's at over 60 now. And my man Jay Mills featured in that. So shout outs to you. Thank you so much. As I said, man, he came through precise with the wordplay, was able to just kill it with one take. So I'm not mad at that.
Awesome.
Before I go around the panel, I would love to shout out everyone that's in the chat. We got my man Matt in the building. Shout out Matt. Skinny Boy is in the building. David, you out here. What up, what up, what up? And everyone that's currently watching, do me a favor and make sure you guys hit the like button. Likes are free. We need that. We need that for the algorithm. So if you're watching and you're not in the comments, please hit the like button. Also, let's get active in the comments. Let's stay active. This is going to be a good show. I got a good show for y'all. So let's run around the panel real quick. Starfire, what it do, what it do, what it do. Oh, hold up. Before you go, I just had my man Blockchain give 10 memberships to the chat. Shout outs to my guy. Big ups and much blessings. Yo, that means a lot. You know what that does for the show. You know what that does for the channel. Thank you so much for that, y'all. I appreciate you as always, family, as always. All right, so Sapphire, what it do?
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Candace. I love your hair.
Thank you, Sapphire.
Love it. Hi, Ashley. Hi, everybody. Mills.
What's up,
Chill.
yo?
Hey, Will.
What's up?
Oh man, yo, listen, Sapphire got a new single out. She got a new single out. I didn't get a chance to chop it up. I'm gonna chop it up for Tuesday night. But listen when I tell you, her single is a banger. Like I heard it, she sent it to me, and I listened to it. I was like, nah, this is a hit. So I'm waiting. Well, I don't know. It's up to her if she wanted to release it early.
I need the name. I need the platform.
Yeah, let me get a snippet.
The name of the record is called Na 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 Boo Boo. Damn baby.
Ooh.
Na 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 Boo Boo.
Oh yeah, she talking to
it already.
That song is going straight to the next.
Everywhere.
Yo.
On the 13th.
Yo. There we go. So on the 13th. So be prepared. I'm gonna make sure that you guys get a snippet of it on this channel. Y'all need to hear it, y'all. I promise y'all. It's a dope track. All right. Here it is. What it do, what it do, what it do.
Just recovering from criminal activity. Not myself, though.
Oh, man.
Not myself. Not myself. Yes, listen, not myself, YouTube. Not a criminal. But otherwise, I'm good. Just here for today's show.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Kid, what it do, Kid? Kid, you there? Where Kid at? Kid.
I'm here. I was fixing my mic. Hello.
There she go. There she go. What up, Kid?
Happy Sunday, everyone. A lot of things coming down the pipeline. Super excited about a few things that we have coming up and going on. So it's gonna be a good thing. I also have something I'm gonna teach the ladies that they can do, but we'll talk about that later. My fellow esteemed, panel members that don't have, balls and cooties. So I'll tell you guys.
And cooties.
And
Yay. Today we got a new segment and it features Kid. I can't wait to get that one started. It's gonna be dope. So with that being said, I'm so chill. What it do, man? How you?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is yours truly, the antagonizer. I'm so chill. All right. So what's going on, new me? So we got some possible snow. So I'm switching up my roles with my current employer. So I'm getting ready to start my new role tomorrow as a program manager. So that way I work 1 week and then have only work 2 days the following week because the hours that that severe. So that'll leave me enough time to work with the snow plowing gig. So I mean, that's what I got going on. But like I said, I'm gonna drop all of that mess once this
Just
kicks
pop
off. I can't wait to write that note and be like, yo, man.
Like I'm moving to
Can't
Charlotte. I'm moving to Charlotte.
Yeah,
I love it, man. I love it.
I'm
out.
famous. Bitch.
Where he at? Where you dialing in from that you got snow plowing going on?
Oh, New Hampshire.
He lives in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
out
he
there
all
with the.
over-
Yeah, man, I gotta be careful out there.
Yeah.
Got to be
Come on,
I
careful.
was gonna do the same thing, Bingo.
Yeah,
He up
there's
there
certain
with the
roads.
palm folk.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in New Hampshire. There's certain roads when you drive by, it look like, you know what I'm saying, that movie, man. What's that scary movie? What is it called?
Name
Hills.
one, any of
Hills
them.
Have Eyes or something like
Yeah,
that.
the Hills Have
Yeah.
Eyes. I'm trying to tell you, man. You see the tree all bent over, and then the little rusty houses and everything. You just, nope, just keep
Man.
going.
He got
Yeah,
final
man.
destination issues. We don't speak of those.
Yeah,
Shit, we still plowing with the snow bunnies, yo.
I stopped that.
Right.
I stopped that 2 years ago, man. No, I ain't messing with them no more, man. I stopped
ain't
that
doing
2
that.
years ago.
Now he in recovery.
He's in New
Amen.
Hampshire.
Now he in rehab, Lord.
Yeah.
All that's out there.
He's delivered.
You got to go to
So-
like
so-
Mattapan.
Where-
You got to
where's
go to
your- where's your
Mattapan.
chip?
You said what?
I said, where's your recovery chip? You 2 years.
Nah, you don't
know.
see. You don't get recovery chips for that. You just get a your life
No.
expectancy tend to increase. So mine's increased. So that's my chip.
Life expectancy
Yeah.
increase, jail time
Yeah,
decrease.
you leave them alone.
I don't get it.
All right. Yo, Professor, what up, man? Let's pop.
Hey, what's going on? Peace and pan fried chicken to all my people out there in the chat.
Hey.
Nah, everything is good. I am not in recovery. I'm still loving all the snow bunnies.
All the Becky's
and the Indian ladies, all the poshas. But no, all the poshas. But everything's good my way, man. Just doing a little rebranding on my end, and I'm not gonna sound like Candace and Richard Nixon. I am not a crook, but everything's good. Everything's good my way, man.
That's good to hear, man. Well, I'm looking forward for your rebrand. Can't wait to see the new content that you're going to work with. I got some ideas for you that I'm going to pitch your way as well. So after the show, we're going to kick it. All right. So those of you that don't know, I have Ashley's link for her scented candles in the comments. So hit up her IG and make sure you grab. Oh my God! I put it in the description the last time, man.
No, I looked all in the description. I couldn't find it nowhere. No, nan,
You ain't look hard enough. You ain't
Nana,
look hard
Nana, Boo Boo couldn't find it.
Yo,
you stupid.
my God, man.
What up?
Professor funny as hell.
What up, Ash? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Prepping for a holiday party for a big batch of candles, big order. So I'm doing good. Busy.
Right. So we got to get her real busy. We got to have 10 candles each that we all need to order from her. We on it. All right. So with that being said, this is going to be a great show. Let me get some housekeeping out the way real quick. Everyone that's here, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. As I was speaking of before, likes are free. Make sure you guys are subscribed. As I say, YouTube sometimes unsubscribes people for some reason. So just make sure you are subscribed. Share the content and let people know that we are live and we got a great show going on over here. Also, stay tuned for Meet to Marry. Meet to Marry, we are shooting 4 episodes on the 8th of December, and I'm excited, man. I haven't even been sleeping like that lately because of the excitement of it. So, with that being said, stay tuned. We got it going on over here. If you are on YouTube, on Instagram, I'm sorry, and you're watching me right now, please do me a favor and come over to YouTube because this is where the money is at. So I need y'all over here. All right. So with that being said, y'all ready to get the show started?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm about to play the video and we're going to get into it.
Insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife.
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
All right. Shout out to tonight's conversation for that clip. With that being said, I would love to get into it. Ladies, I want to start with the ladies with this one, right? Because what I hear is a lot of women kind of co-signing, like almost like you should be able to wear whatever you want, be however you want, and people should just respect you as is. Do y'all think that should be a staple in our community? Go ahead. Anyone can start. Any lady can start.
Damn, get your stutter now. Let him use your stuff.
Okay. First of all,
sound like Miss Skull and Joe. My dear.
Matthew, first of all, I've been a tomboy the majority of my life. So the only time I'm in something like that is if I'm modeling. Other than that, I feel like we have to set each other, when we're in a relationship, we have to set each other up for success. And I ain't doing nothing but setting up my man to fight somebody or go to jail, or we need to access that bond money. Because I already get attention in regular clothes. So I can completely understand what the panel on that video was saying. There's no way. Like, of course, people shouldn't touch you if you have on, just because you have on a certain thing. It doesn't give them the right to give you certain attention. But human nature is human nature. It's human nature. We should all, especially as women, and even if we don't have a man, we shouldn't be putting ourselves out there like that. Because if a man comes up and let's say a man addresses us and say your breasts look nice, most women are going to get angry or feel a type of way with their breasts being all out. So yeah, absolutely. I think that I don't think it is a problem if our men or if our partner, because our man can be going out there with a certain thing, gray sweatpants type thing if he's well endowed. I feel like we have the right to say, listen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put on some jeans or put on some black sweatpants or something, because it needs to set us up for success. Not to say that we're jealous or we're insecure or anything like that. Especially for men, they're territorial, and I respect that. So if my dude comes to me and tells me anything that he wants me to change, we're gonna talk about it. But he's in leadership. You know what I'm saying? And I have to go ahead.
Let me rephrase the question. Why don't you? If it's an issue, then how come a lot of women don't stop their friends from walking outside like that?
Because they're not friends. And you can't stop anybody from doing anything, but women not holding their friends accountable, saying like, your man gonna kill you. That's usually what we say. Your man is gonna kill you, and whatever nigga step to you. So, sorry.
Let me get the super chat real quick. We had a $5 super chat from my man. Shout out to you. Thanks. She's mattress food. That's all. He said men don't marry mattress food. We feed them to the mattress. All right. So, but go ahead. Anyone else, or even Candace?
I think I have a big issue right now with like the culture that has cultivated lingerie as like regular clothes. Because why would he get excited when he, like, you wore it out, everybody's seen it. It's just, it boggles my mind how it's like such a normalized thing, and then it's like your expectation is of somebody to hold you in such a high regard. You can be sexy and not have everything exposed when you're walking outside. You don't have to. There's a balance. There's a fine line between like, okay, I'm about to basically all I do is bend over and everything's exposed. There's a fine line between that and like, okay, I have like I wanna see you and then imagine what is there for them to imagine if you have everything out. What do I have to think about?
Agreed.
Right. That's real. That's real. Monet, what's your thoughts on the topic?
I really have to like. I just Phil, don't start. Don't.
I'm sorry.
Not me today. All right, not me
I'm
today.
sorry.
Pick somebody else. With Matthew with the shits.
You can pick me, Chill. You know I don't give a shit.
I did not deny it. I'm just not getting candles for free. Sorry.
Candace and Ashley just pretty much, said it'll dress how you want to be addressed. Basically, I think somebody else said it in the comments. That's just basically it. It's not rocket science. If you want to be approached a certain way, you have to perceive yourself a certain way, carry yourself a certain way. If you don't, then you won't.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Kid, what's your thoughts on the topic?
Okay.
So, yo, Season Swag, what up?
So I feel like this. When you're a singular unit, you can move how you want to as a singular unit because you are your own person. If you want to dress however you want to dress, you're one person pertaining to your one self, right? If you're in a relationship, now you have to take another person's feelings into consideration. So if you're trying to be, as Candace and others said, successful in that, then you should be dressing and making sure that as a unit, you all are stepping and looking the part that goes along with what you all are trying to present. Again, I believe that relationships are singular units, that they deal with what they want to deal with in themselves. You have a lot of relationships where men do not care because they know that it's their woman, they're not going anywhere. You have some men that don't even want them to go outside in the daylight for the fear that someone else might breathe on them. It's all about what you all have, as your relationship and what works for that. If you are if you are attempting to have a relationship or be unsingle again, then you have to start dressing for that particular part. It's like a big play, right? Everybody's got their part to play. And if you decide that you want a better part, then you need to dress for it, just like you would in dress rehearsal so that you can actually play it. So there's that.
Before we go, I wanted to address something Kid said. I'm sorry.
Of course.
You have, because you said some tomfoolery just now.
Of course.
The problem is this, right? Before you get in a relationship, why is it okay to dress how you want? If the goal is one day I'm going to be in a relationship, shouldn't you carry yourself a certain way throughout your life? As opposed to, okay, while I'm in a relationship, I'm going to be modest, but the moment I'm out of a relationship, I'm going to take it all off.
I never said that was the case. I said that you had the right if that's what you so choose. I said, but if you're in a relationship and if your goal is to be in a relationship, then you should be dressing for that particular part. You should be showing up for the job that you're trying to apply for. If you're applying for a girlfriend job, but you're looking like the 304s that you all love to hate, then clearly you're not dressing up to be successful for the role that you're trying to play. I mean, it's a very simple thing.
Let me get the super chat real quick, and then I want the fellas to go.
Chill's face frowning up. Oh, I see you, Chill. I see your face all frowny. I see you.
We got a $5 super chat. Hey, Blockchain says this is what y'all wanted. He said y'all supported, championed, fought for, and advocated for the acceptance of being 304s. We're going to start using 304s in the comment section. Congrats, old ladies. All right. So, fellas, thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. Fellas, I want to start with my man, Jay. Jay, talk to us. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it is along those lines of what I mentioned to Kid? Something that is okay before a relationship? And when you're in a relationship, how do you feel about that?
There's a thin line between sexy and slutty, trashy and classy.
Absolutely.
And at a certain age, a woman is expected to know what that line is. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if you just coming outside and you dressing all crazy for like shock value, okay, okay. But if that's your everyday, all the time thing, then you should be conscious of what you're giving off and the expectations that come along with that. Don't think some dude that's about something is about to be stepping to you and you looking crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect that. Expect what you get. The cats that scream at you from across the parking lot, you know what I'm saying? All that type. Expect that. And then don't feel a way when they do that. Because that's the crazy part. Cats come at them sideways. They be like, I can't believe you. How you can't believe it? Look at what you. And you should have understood that before you came outside with that.
Absolutely.
So that's just kind of on the single side. As far as like women in relationships, like it's a respect thing. But even like what you said, Mingo, like men, we are attracted to who you are when you are single. What do you do before you get into a relationship? What are your habits? What's your dress code like? How you moving? Because what you're doing in that space, once you get into a relationship, you don't have to adjust much. You don't have to adjust it. You see what I'm saying? Because if you do start making adjustments to do things that you weren't doing when you were single, at some point you're gonna go back to that. You see what I'm saying? At some point it's gonna start to feel like a strain. So if you dressing like this, and of course, you know, you go to these everybody's social media profiles, they serving it up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, okay, instantly, having a future or something like that, you're disqualified.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if this is how she rocking on the single side, then she just gonna convert to something different because I'm in her life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not even realistic. So, you know, as a single woman, that's just something that I think they should look
Why
at.
is it a conversion versus, because it doesn't necessarily, and I think that that's something else too. Just because you done it for an occasion or going out doesn't mean that that's your everyday, all the time going out thing.
No, but I'm saying if you look at social media profiles, you can tell when it's somebody's all the time.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah,
and
you know what I'm saying? Now, not just going out, ladies' night, birthday.
But here's the thing. But what I will say this though, and I know you got to read your super chat, you know, a GMT. I don't want to, you know, block your blessings and whatnot. But what I will say is this though, like a lot of the times you have to also understand when you're looking at social media, you're also looking at people who are paid, especially if you have profiles where you see it constantly every day. A lot of these profiles are people who do this because they're monetized. And I'm not saying for the ones that, again, I'm not saying for the ones who do it and you can just tell that they hoping that someone sees their picture and drop off in the inbox. I'm talking about where you can see the difference in between, you know, someone who you can tell is monetized. Like there's this chick on my Facebook. She posts some of the most outlandish things. And I had made a comment about get your coins, girl. And one of my friends happened to see it. And he was like, Kit, you agree with this behavior? I said, no, but I know she's monetized and I know it's not serious. So I have no reason to look at it in any other way than someone stirring the pot or being controversial for the sake of that's what gets people talking. That's what gets what they say. That's what gets the people going. If you look at any of her posts, you'll literally see that she posts things that she knows is going to cause controversy. So some people do it for that. That's all I'm saying as far as a social media note before Candace come and try to take my braids out. I'm just saying that.
read your super chat. Read your super chat.
Let me get my super chat. We got a $2 super chat from my guy Blockchain. Shout out to you, my guy. Blockchain says, y'all, and this is from the last super chat. He says, y'all, not Kid though. So thank you so much, my guy. All right. My bad, yo. I'm just clicking around sometimes, just messing stuff up. That's what I do. Okay, you got it.
Okay. So, Kit, you said something.
It's done, girl. Be easy.
It's cute. It's cute. I love it. You said something about when people are in relationships and if that relationship is okay with that. The thing about that is if there's any relationship that is okay with dressing scantily, You got to think about, if you don't care, if my dude did not care about me and how I dressed and how I was out there, that means you don't care about my well-being. You're not thinking about how I look to the rest of the world and what I'm doing.
I think
So
that's more demographically though, right? Because I agree with that for you. I agree with that for me. I agree with that for all of the ladies on this particular panel. But there's some women and men who that aesthetic is basically how they show up to show that he got the baddest one, and oh, look at me being the baddest. So again, I'm not saying that it's everywhere for everyone. I'm just saying that for some people that works, and if that works for them, kudos. It's not me, but if it works for them, and that's, y'all know me. If it works for other people, look, I ain't got to eat it for them shit. So
but works is relative, because is it really working? Like, how do we define that relationship is working? It's working and is it a true relationship, or is it just a situationship?
That's why I
So
say relationships are singular. So what may work for them clearly doesn't work for us, because we're sitting here basically saying like that shit ain't gonna fly, right? But for them it does. And if that works for them, that's on them. I'm just, one of those that's like, it don't have to be for me to agree with it, understand it, or even participate in it. You know what I'm saying? It's theirs for them
But
to have.
even in a singular position, my feel or my take now is that you're more or less a danger to yourself, and you may or may not realize it. You're presenting yourself as a danger to the world, whether you're fully clothed or not fully clothed. Either way, you're more of an easier access, because it's like, I'm going to target you because this is what you've presented to me. You're selling, like you said, in terms of like monetizing. What are you selling? Are you selling body? Are you selling products? What are you actually selling? So in terms of like what I can say can be controversial, what I'm wearing can be controversial. Which one would I rather choose? Would I rather choose somebody like, oh, okay, go at me, battle back and forth? You're coming at my body, or you're attacking, I'm an object. So when I'm outside and I see you because this is what you're posting on social media, I'm gonna attack you for what it. I'm expecting you to be selling what you're selling. Like that's a danger. So for me, it's like, I'm not gonna support, or I'm not gonna sit here and back somebody saying like, oh yeah, you look. No, all money ain't good money, and I love women and I love my people, and I want them to be more protected, because like I said, you can be fully clothed and still go outside and be a
and be
danger.
fly.
Let me get these super chats out the way, y'all. We got a $2 super chat from my man Blockchain. Blockchain says, he says, I don't know who Jay Mills is, but bro was cooking earlier. Was my guy. Also, we got another 50, 49. Let's round it up, right? We're gonna say $50 super chat from my guy Mart. Shout out to you, family. Thank you so much. You know I gotta stop the show for this one, because you definitely didn't have to do this, but you did. I greatly appreciate you, fam. You, Blockchain, and everyone who's super chatting. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. My man says, Mark says, he says, no. He says, if you dress like a 304 when you're not in a relationship with you, what am I talking about? You
Let
are
me
not
read
my
it. Let
type.
me read it.
Where you at?
I sound like Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry, y'all. Have a in general. He says, do not move that way when I'm around. Send me the link. I'll send you the link. So I'll send you the link to your IG right now. But thank you. That's my guy. Yeah. Come up here. $70.
Should Mingo empty over there scraping and scrambling like he no fugazi.
No food.
Can't stand him.
Yo, my boy Skinny with the 1 month membership. Thank you so much for being a channel member for a month. Greatly, greatly appreciated. He says, I carry myself appropriately for the youth. So you have to, right? And that's what it's all about. So thank you so much. Let me send my guy the link. But go ahead. Y'all could continue the conversation.
I wanted to say something with the chat that just came up about the 304, what Ma and Deja put. And that goes with what the gentleman was saying earlier when it comes to if you're dressing like a 304 before the relationship, and then you get in a relationship and you start to dress modestly, your why and everything matters, because your why, or the strength of your why, determines whether or not you're going to be persistent in maintaining a certain thing. So if you are starting to dress more modestly because you're in a relationship with me, all I got to do is say something or feel a certain way, or your girls want to call you and you want to go out and then you dress, or you're going to hide things from me. So you'll begin to resent me if it is not in you. So you are doing things for what you're going to get back, for the reciprocation of it, or just to be a certain way so that you can be seen in a certain way, but it's not who you are. So when our heart does not change about a thing, we will revert back to a situation.
Yeah, facts.
And I think, okay, so wait, because I feel like a lot of people are coming for me, but they're doing it real indirect. And I know I do my shit
Oh, you
real
know what I
direct.
mean? You know what I mean? I'm
You
coming for
damn
you.
right we
I
are.
do real direct. Like, so I'm just saying shit to all of y'all, because you know how that's how the fuck I do it. So I think you all were taking it as I'm saying, and maybe because y'all are assuming that these people are dressing like this 24/7 versus
They do.
for a situation. Well, see, here's the thing, Candace. I don't associate with nobody who's doing that, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
So for me, when I think of someone dressing in, a scantily clad way, maybe they're going to something where that is the dress, right? You're not wearing a ball gown to the hood event. You know what I'm saying? I am a fucking jerk, and I'm glad that people finally realizes this shit. Like, whoever said that I was nice?
Oh,
She's
what's
sweet.
what's up with all the F-bombs and all that? What's going on out here? Huh?
I'm just making sure that Matthew understands, because Matthew. First things first, thank you for being on time today. We appreciate you. Okay, because you're normally late, running around with the chaps or doing something on a Sunday, watching somebody's football team or something. So thank you for being on time today. We appreciate you, because you are family, and we like for our family to be on time. So, like I was saying, you wish, but like I was saying, again. I don't assume that people are doing this all the time. So when I hear like they're dressing like a 304, I'm like, okay, if you're going to a club and the club event is some old 304 event, then I'm not expecting for you to bust out in, your up to your neck and down to your toes kind of an outfit kind of gear, right? So that's where I was saying that if I'm single and I am dressing according to the event or whatever it is and I'm going to, then that's a different thing. If you're in a relationship, even if you're going to these particular places, right? Now you have someone else that you represent, and you represent them differently. So now you have to learn how to navigate and either being able to go in those places and still respect who you're with and respecting yourself in that as well, or saying, you know what, now that I'm in a relationship, these things no longer serve me, so maybe this isn't a place that I should be. So I just wanted to clear the air right quick, because I was like, oh, people coming at the girl and I don't like it, because I come back. Okay, don't let the 5-2 fool you. She comes back. Okay.
Oh man, we got a $10 super chat. I want you, because I ain't hear from Chill or Professor yet, so I want them both to go. We got a $10 super chat from my guy,
Somebody other than GMT read.
I want to make it clear. He would have messed this up. He would have messed this up.
Oh, they messed it up. You talking about he would have messed it up? They messed it up. What is
exactly? That's why he would have messed it up. I want to make it clear. If you go out on a Friday night and prefer to wear Angel Reese style outfit,
Angel Reese style.
Oh, Angel Reese style outfit. I don't want you. If it's in you, I don't want you. You can have class and be sexy. Agreed.
Oh, agreed. So I sent you the link. So in your IG, so feel free to come up and rock with your boys, rock with your peoples, I should say. All right. So not Kid, Professor and Chill. I haven't heard nothing from y'all today. Y'all been quiet. What's going on?
Yeah, come on, Mr. Clean.
Oh my God.
Pastor, I'm gonna let you go ahead, Pastor. I'm over here just soaking it up right now. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
That's why I want him to go first. He's been doing too much soaking and not enough squeezing. Go ahead and squeeze this shit out. Like you doing too much.
Man, and some folks about to get mad because look, listen here. I want my brother to ask me the question again. What is the original question? Because I don't want to attack not near one person about what they said. I want your question first. What's the question, my man?
Well, the main thing is What was the original question? Jesus Christ.
God dang.
Y'all
Right.
took,
That girl had the jacket on with the boobs.
The jacket with the boobs out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yo,
saw.
Queen Lala, what up? What up? What up? All right.
It was
But
jacket. It
go
was
ahead.
boobs.
How do you feel about what
I
Remy
would
was
say if
talking
Pony's the
about?
question, how much is too much?
Okay.
When in a relationship.
How much is too
That's
much?
in a nutshell.
I mean,
in the corner up there
cooking today. I like it. Yeah. So I mean, so after looking at the video and then after listening to everybody, say what they needed to say, there were certain things that I didn't hear. Like, here's the thing. Women gonna tend to dress a certain way because women like to imitate what other women tend to do. When other women get results based on what they do, then women are like it's a uniformity going on out here. Like, think about that time when that beautiful chick in Home Depot was wearing all that tight stuff and everything, and then she had Shaq up in her DMs and everything. You know what I'm saying? Then you started seeing chicks going to get a job at Home Depot to copy the same thing she was doing. All right. And then check this out. What about see, when ladies start to wear outfits like that, they're shopping, they're advertising, regardless if they would have do it or not. That's their calling card. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't gonna get the results that they really want. They really gonna either they're gonna get a simp with some money, or they're gonna get fed to the mattress by somebody with some common sense. That'd be me. I got common sense, and I'm just gonna feed her to the mattress. If she, half naked and everything, then that's gonna be the fun girl. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna get chosen. That's why women who go outside like that, they don't get upgraded. They're gonna still be rocking in that Kia or that Altima, still wearing them what with their tits out, ass out. They don't get upgraded. They don't at all. So what's up? What's up, kid?
What are you saying, kid?
No, I'm saying like we don't have the ability to upgrade our own shit.
Man, but see, you missing the whole point. That's not
what you're saying.
Goal. That's not supposed to be the female goal, the woman's goal. The goal is to go out here and get a guy,
but it just still sounded
and to get a man that you can that you can become an extension of him, his personality, and his goals. But if you're going out there half naked, all you're going to become is an extension of his womp womp. That's about it. You ain't gonna get nothing else but that.
I will say the perception is different if we see you dressing like that and you with some of your friends than when you're dressing like that and you're attached to your guy. We look at it totally different.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna let my man Professor go so we can keep this conversation going. But I still got more to say. I'm being diplomatic, but God damn, man, I heard some shit.
Oh, you do that? You have that ability?
Diplomacy?
Oh my God.
Sometimes. Diplomacy. Okay. What Sunday is this? Can we mark this?
Yeah, today's date is the first. Oh, you know what? Okay, we get it.
On the first day of December.
Yo, Professor, what up, man? What up?
He washed his greens in the tub this weekend. That's why he's being very.
He up there with the raisins. Look, Professor, we already know he up there eating potato salad with raisins where he at. So it's okay.
And no mustard. And no mustard.
Just as pale as the people who made it. Lord have mercy. It's okay.
What up?
Oh man,
what's up, Professor?
So, no, it's a great topic. I will say this, man. It's for me, modesty is where I am when it comes to dress. I will also say this, ladies, if wear whatever you want to wear, where would you like to wear? Where it makes you feel good. Just understand something. If you dress like a 304, don't be upset when a PIMP comes your way. When you end up in a relationship with a pimp named Slickback, okay, and you end up with somebody. You end up with a guy that you end up with a guy that you're not necessarily interested in. You end up with a guy that leads you down a path of 6, 7, 8, 10 years of relationship, but no marriage. So if that's what you want, that's fine. Wear whatever you want. Also understand something, that what you wear is your advertisement. Certain luxury brands who know their worth and respect their worth don't need to advertise because they know what their worth is. So if you want to go out there and be like everybody else, like Chill was saying, be your Kias, your Fords, your Hyundais, things of that sort, then that's fine. You're gonna get that type of clientele. But if you want the high value man, the Rolls Royce, the Bentley, the Maserati, which is not really high up there, but you want a Maserati type guy, Maserati Rick is what you want, then you don't need to be out there wearing the clothes you're wearing, especially if you're exposing yourself. And now if you're doing it for money, if you're doing it for your modeling, then that man has to accept that as it is. But at the end of the day, and I'll go ahead and land my plane. At the end of the day, what the clothes you're wearing is a direct representation of who you are and the respect that you do or do not have for yourself. Because you can attract men whether you have on a garbage bag or nothing at all. Men are gonna if you're a beautiful woman, because as a matter of fact, when women were wearing women wear burqas, women were wearing the mask during COVID. I thought some women looked good till they took the mask off and they had no teeth. But I'm saying to you is that you can look good with a mask on. So at the end of the day, man, you know, if you respect yourself, you respect the clothes you put on, you respect the way your body is being presented. If not, hey, do what you want to do and keep getting the results you get. Don't be mad at the results you do not get from the work you did not do.
Come on now, Professor.
Hey, and I wanted to add on to that, man. I really do enjoy what Professor just said, man, because when it all comes down to it, y'all ever went somewhere where, you know, people ask you, hey, what is it you do for a living? They ask you that because they're trying to measure how much respect they're gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? If you tell them you work, you flipping burgers or whatever, you be like, man, you are dusty. They ain't respecting you or anything you say. I see you coming out your house, you half naked, side boobs showing, things all up here. You ain't gonna get no respect. Not saying I won't toss you up for that night, but what's the point of respecting you? I already know what route you going. I already know where you at. You ain't nobody I should take home. Definitely not. So, ladies, just tread with caution. That's all I got to say.
You want attention and nothing more.
Right.
Basically, they out there fishing because, you know, let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bing. Let's keep it a bing. There are fellas out there with, you know, a certain status who will snag these ladies up because, you know, they might have alpha money, but a simp brain. Let's use Zion Williams for an example. Oh my God, he was flying this lady was doing porn. You know what I'm saying? If you Google her name, videos of her doing threesome.
So we said corn on the
cob. She was doing a whole bunch of corn on the cob. And they were twisting her any which way, man. And
did the cob come with club?
Yeah, and then he went and married another one. So, like I said, man, there's a form of uniformity going on out there. When ladies see these type of things and they see it, and it's always posted on social media. So when they see it, they're like, "What? Maybe this will happen for me. Let me go out there and dress like a 304 and see if I can snag me a Shaq or a Zion or, you know, come on."
Chill, I guess you do make sense sometimes.
I always make sense. It's just sometimes it hits too close to home and people want to rebel.
No, don't be done. You trying to do all that reverse psychology. No, it don't be hitting close to home. You just making sense all the time. But you did make sense. I agree with you.
But the crazy thing is that, you know, to say that is wild because there are a lot of models. We were even talking about model and stuff. There are a lot of women, a lot of models who said that their net worth, as far as the types of jobs and like videos and things that they were in, increased whenever they, you know, did the body work, whenever they started dressing and making themselves known as models. Like, and as a matter of fact, it like even if going back as far as Drake's Hotline Bling song, there was 2 models in that particular video, and they said that they had been trying to get into, like, you know, breaking into that level of video for a minute, and then once they did all the work and all the dress, all of a sudden they got the attention, and the attention got them more money as far as in their modeling and things like that. I'm just saying it to say, oh my Jesus Christmas. Yes, chill.
Yes. So with that, and to that point, you're hitting the nail on the head. See, I tell men, I mean, yeah. She hitting the nail on the head.
Nail on the head.
I mean, hitting nails and
when I say head, boy, she perked up. What you been doing today?
No, I thought you said on the hand.
Nah, I said head.
You watch some TV shows.
I was going to hear that.
I put it.
Damn, and
you know, I'm about to say.
Anyways, so look, check this out.
I'm here for that.
Check this out. When it comes to models, I mean, look at OF. You know what I'm saying? they so-called models racking in a bunch of money. OnlyFans just pulled in what for 2023? They pulled in more money than the NBA. They are racking in money, and these women, they are dressing any kind of way because what? All they care about is the money. They're not thinking about the damage that they're doing to themselves longevity wise. They're not thinking long term because just like the strippers, just like the porn stars, just like all of them, once all that's said and done and they done aged out and there ain't nobody throwing no dollars to them, who gonna wipe them up?
Yeah, I get it if we talking about
it's a wrap. So that's why it behooves you to conserve
Jay, you froze.
I don't know, because Corinne
Sub-Zero.
Imagine.
Sub-Zero got him.
Corinne Stephens was with Bill Maher after humping the whole industry, so I don't know.
Okay,
and
she put them down.
But those are all anomalies too. Like we're talking about one-offs.
She ain't with them now though.
Yeah, a lot of those dudes get with those chicks, so they know what they had to write about, what they're talking about, and they want to experience it for themselves. They ain't marrying these chicks. Again, we keep score by marriages, and these women are not getting married. That's the point blank period.
Right. It's all in entertainment. Like men get women like these for entertainment purposes. Like, what have I told y'all? What have I taught you guys? I have taught you guys on this show. A man will be content with the woman. He ain't got to marry her. He ain't dumb. He know how she was when he met her. And a man will be content as long as he got access to some booty meat. All right?
Booty
rocking everywhere.
Why did you start him, Professor?
I'm just saying. And that's what it is. She said,
we don't want to call it.
Hold on.
I like the green hoodie,
we got my man Mont in the building. Shout outs
what
to
up?
you, my God.
He got the green hoodie memo.
Do me a favor. I would like Mont to bless the panel. What's on your mind, my guy?
I'm trying to see what y'all talking about now because I was in a car. I just had to, get in the house. What we on now?
Oh, they all over the place. They go crazy. You know how they do.
Nah, we talking about women and their clothes choices.
Oh yeah.
and how should women how women should dress within a relationship, and if a man says something to the woman to his woman about the way she was dressed around that.
Got you. I think that a woman should for everybody should dress everybody should behave how they want. But outside of that, like for example, I'm a traditional guy, so I will only be with a traditional style woman. But I'm not going to tell people what to do in their household. You're a polygamist, that's on you. Do what you want, but be with other polygamists. I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to get mad at a West scantily or whatever, right? I'm not going to get mad at you, and you're not my type. Like, you're not my type, so I wouldn't even, go do what you want in the world that you live in. Do what I want in the world that I live in. But also, I'll say like the way that you dress is that's going to determine who you get from me. Well, these days, I wouldn't even look at a girl like that. But let's say 4 years ago, I was just a little younger. The way that you dress, you want to get a certain type of guy out of me. If you show somebody something, that's what they're going to want. If I'm a girl and you show me money, nigga, I'm after your money. You got the chains on, you got the car, you got all of that. Don't expect me to want you for nothing else. Give me the money, right? Man, and I see your ass, like I want that, like, and and I'm gonna play the part that I gotta play until I get it. It's just that's how men are, and that's how we design. But if you look classy, a man is going to listen. If you look classy, a man is going to step to you with he might try to bag you. He might just be like, Miss, you look beautiful. Do you need a food? Do you need ever like that? And he already we all the time we think women are out of our league. Especially if we on bullshit. You might be like, yo, she got it going on. She probably married to a basketball player. She probably married to a lawyer. Like they'll look at a certain girl and not even be something married. Like we're gonna assume certain women are married or assume certain women have a certain standard of men that might be above us at the time that we trying to So I think the way you dress and the way that you decide to be consumed is very important because people are going to consume you. Like no matter you can control it or you can act like you don't have any power. But if I know that the way that I dress, coupled with potentially even what I'm driving, people are going to assume something about me. They may treat me a certain way. based on all of those things, and I get to
Mhm.
control that if I want to.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
For some reason, your mic was glitching a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it me? Did I hear it like
No,
that?
No,
I
it's like
heard
it's
it.
like it sounded like he was
It
doing a
was
double and it's
It
glitching. Yeah.
It doubled up a few.
is it?
Yeah. I mean, we got the gist of it though, man. You definitely
Uh-huh.
spit some more of it.
All
So
right.
we got the gist of it.
So right now it's clear.
So where we going
Oh
next?
yeah, right now it's clear.
I want to ask.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead, Professor. You
No,
got it.
I just want to ask the ladies. Do you know the women out here who want to be married? Well, to men, we all agree that men control access to relationships and weddings.
So stupid.
No, because we have polygamists, we have people who are married to women. I'm just saying married to men. So that's the reason why I said it the way I said it. But do you believe that men control access to relationships and marriage?
I mean, yeah, essentially, not holistically, like not altogether, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant to say this is a yes or no question.
Oh man.
I apologize because it's an hour and a half show. No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying. It's just a yes or no question.
Y'all stop spicing her up. Y'all, I got you, Candace, because they always
Thanks,
say
sis.
who's around the time. Chill. I'm too.
Thank you, sis.
What I do?
Ash, yes or no? Do men control access to relationships and or marriage?
Yes.
Thank you. That's simple. Again, I still love you. I was
Whatever.
anyway.
Keep going, bro.
So if a man's going shopping and he's going to the wife store, if you dress like you dress, your Toys R Us. If I want a toy, I'm gonna play with it, and then when I'm done playing with it, I'm done. If I want something of value, I may go to Neiman Marcus, I may go to Nordstrom, somewhere like that, because I want something of value. So if you're wearing those fun clothes, then a man's gonna treat you like you're fun, and when he's done having fun, he's gonna discard you, just like the toy you should be discarded as. So at the end of the day, again, do what you want to do, but the results you get are the results you get. And I still love you, Candace.
Yeah, I love you too. Okay, whatever, man.
It is what it is, man.
What's the hate? What's the hate, Candace? Damn.
I'll wait till we backstage and it's family.
I won't be back. I won't be backstage.
Yeah,
today.
okay, we'll see.
I won't. I got practice.
Okay, Tuesday, whenever.
So with all that being said, do y'all feel that men should have control over what women wear? Do you feel like we should be able to tell you no, you can't wear that?
So
1000%, yeah.
I would say this. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Control's the wrong
I've
word.
never.
The wrong word.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I've never been the type that would, you know what I'm saying, tell the guys that, you know what I'm saying, I talk to or that I try to coach or whatever to, try to control or try to tell a woman what to wear or what to do. You know what I'm saying? While you're vetting this woman, I tell guys all the time, your vetting process need to be longer than some damn 3 months, 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years. It needs to be long. So that way that woman has an opportunity to become an extension of you, your personality, and your goals. And if she is able to become an extension of you, she's going to start rocking the type of clothes that you like and that, you know what I'm saying, that you're into. She's going to take a page out your book. She's going to become an extension of you. But if she don't, and you know what it is, you got to start pull back your resources, pull back your time. That's just what it is. You ain't got to tell them nothing. It's just by the way you move. Once you start trying to control and start telling them stuff, that's when I'm telling you, it's never going to go well, man. Women have what?
If a woman is confident, if a woman is confident in who she chose and her decision-making abilities to who she chose, let's say I'm confident in who I chose. So if one day mine tells me, where are you going with that on? I'm gonna be like, back in the house to change. You want to help me find something else? Because and he can be forceful in it as far as, no, you're not gonna wear that. That's fine, because at that point he's assumed leadership, which means I'm allowing him to be a leader. Just like when I got saved, I'm allowing God, the Lord, to be Lord over my life and lead me and guide me in that. If I adopt the same principle with that, I am serving my husband or my man as unto the Lord. So if he says something, I trust in his decision making abilities and his vision for our future and whether or not this is not gonna work or not, regardless if it's coming from a place of territorialism. God put that in men for a reason. So I'm going to respect that. I can go back out and change into something else and do and be just as effective. So I'm okay with the control what women wear, but it's a matter of choosing or knowing who you chose and whether or not they're going to exert that control in a demeaning manner or in a a demeaning
Yeah.
manner.
All right. Thank you. See, I love what Ashley
Wait, what
just
you're
said.
not gonna do is be passive on that. Talk about thank you, sir.
Well, I'm gonna
To
move
the
by it because you
face.
know what I'm saying. That mess sounded like piss water just now. But I'm gonna let it slide.
Don't you start with me. Don't you start with me.
Let it slide.
You better remember
I
who you
agree
talking
with
to.
Ashley. I got you. I'm gonna agree with Ashley just said. You should know your man enough to know what he's not going for. It's disrespectful to even try him like that. And see, that's what I'm saying. Women have an intrinsic reaction to a man who leaves without even have to tell you so. So it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. I mean,
So why was what I said piss water? Because you basically just almost said the same thing that I said.
I agree with everything she said.
I
Everything
agree
she
with
said, I
everything.
agree
He
with.
just want to
look.
argue. He just wants to be
No, I
argumentative.
don't. I said
That's it.
because it's Candace. It's coming from Candace, all right?
What that mean? Because it's coming. Well, play me.
I will absolutely follow my man's lead 100%. And at the same time, that being my partner, I'm going to express or I'm going to show him like, hey, this is what whatever the case may be. I might send him all the options or try him on or see how he feels or whatever the case may be. See his reaction. What do you like? What don't you like? This and that, such and such. We got FaceTime for a reason. So it's like, we going in the store, I'm trying on stuff, you're there, or you're a part of it, you're a part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of control, it's like I've already given you that access to know
Come on now
what I'm about to do or not about to do. But in terms of I don't know. It's just
So
like,
I want to ask a question. Ash. I got a 3-part question.
Oh God.
If he told you to wear your hair natural, cut your nails, and get off social media, would you do it?
Done. Oh, boy. Already done. I deactivate my social media all the time just for mental health purposes. Sometimes it's not healthy, whatever the case may be. My hair is natural, so let's start there. And my nails, I have no problem with taking them. So
gotcha.
Done.
Is that question for all the women on the panel? Cause
Oh yeah, no, they ain't.
Well, it can't be, but Ashley was saying it, so that's why I wanted to bring that up.
Oh,
for her.
okay,
Yeah, all
okay. Go ahead.
Panel, yeah.
Nah, go ahead.
I think a lot of women will meet you in the middle, though. I think a lot of women will meet.
There you go.
Not cold turkey. That'd be crazy, but I don't even think you should act cold turkey.
Right.
They gotta find a look.
Yeah, because it's like if you saw it and you liked it or whatever the case may be, and then you're trying to you're instantly trying to change pieces of, there's a problem there also. So it's like,
well, I don't know. I may like the dressing. I may like what the shell that's there, but I think if it can be improved upon. Like, hey, I think you look even more better if you didn't wear all this makeup, or if you didn't wear all these hair extensions, or if you had your nails a little shorter.
You can make suggestions. You can say, babe, I would prefer, or I like when you have da 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 da. She's gonna take heed to the fact that, okay, he likes this. So naturally, I'm gonna do whatever you said anyway. Oh, I like the color red. That's my favorite color. So I may surprise you with my nails being that color. I'm paying attention to what it is that you're wanting. So there's a fine line between what it is that I'm okay with doing, like it was said previously, as a single woman versus a woman in a relationship. I'm paying attention to my man. So I know what he likes and I know what he doesn't like. So I'm gonna adjust accordingly and ask or see or just listen.
And that's a different side of the coin that Jay was talking about, as far as, and that I was reiterating, as far as why we do something, basically expectations and our why for certain things. Mm-hmm. So if you met me in a certain way and you accepted that, you're saying, and it's something that you don't really accept, that you wanted me to have natural hair. I'm right at that moment when you're like, I want you to wear your natural hair. And I'm like, I like wigs. I like the versatility of it. Then I'm going to say, is that something that's a non-negotiable for you? Like, is that something that is very important to you? Because if it is, then we need to stop this right now. Because I don't need you to be somewhere down the line and I'm wearing my wigs and my different kind of things, and I do decide to put on makeup or do decide to wear my nails long for a certain thing, and you have an issue with it, then that's going to cause resentment. So let's figure it out right now, because I can keep it moving.
Well, I mean, that's
So let me
within the
let me
first
ask
3
let me
months.
ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let me ask you a question. So on the same point, this one's for the fellas. So a lot of us, I believe, we meet women, and it's usually at first a sexual our interaction with them is mainly sexual, right? So we're like, all right, we see you, we want to have sex with you because of how you look, with the makeup on, lashes, hair, nails, all of that. Now we end up liking different things about you, your personality. We might say, all right, yo, you know what? This chick is mad cool, but you know what? This is not usually my cup of tea. So I would like for you to change that. Fellas, how does that ever happen to y'all?
Oh, most deaf.
Yeah.
And you know how I deal with it? See, I'm gonna be honest. I brand the women that I'm interested in. I brand them and what I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a watch what they came to me as, the type of shoes they wear, the type of clothes that they wear, what's in their apartment. They get, because think about it, they ain't buy them damn outfits themselves. Some of the outfits came from the other nigga. All right.
I know you.
You don't know the memories.
Right.
You don't know the type of memories that come with that. Even
Penn
all the
State
way down to
football.
the goddamn stuffed animal that she might got on her
Oh, I
on
agree
her
with that.
bed.
We throwing everything
Get
away once I
all of
come
that.
in.
Going.
Get rid of all of
Gotta
that
go.
mess.
Everything's away.
Everything got to go. You need to start branding her and the type of stuff that you like. Women have an intrinsic reaction to that. You know what I'm saying? When you start taking control and start branding her and what you like, as far as how you like her nails done, how you like her hair done, what type of shoes you want to put on them pretty ass feet, you're branding her. You are branding her, and women have a psychological reaction to that. Damn it, it's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap.
I agree.
She yours. She is putty in your hand. But
Yeah.
I'll land my plane there. Y'all go ahead.
No, but you're
Jay,
correct though, Jill. You're correct.
go ahead,
You
Professor. You got it. I
no,
want to
yeah,
hear from Jay and Mont too on
yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. You're right, Jill. I've had a young lady who dressed a certain type of way, had a nice body frame, and we got to put on different type of clothes, wearing things a little differently, and it's just like you said, branding her, molding her to be what you want her to be for you, and she still dresses that way to this day. So I must have did something right.
Yeah, meet in the middle. And it is about your why and how you do things, like how you do it. Like if mine say, you know what, like I'm not a get my nails done all the time type of person. If mine is like, you know what, you should have a you day and I'll pay for your nails to get done. It may make, like, I might maybe like give me that money to go couponing with, but eventually I'm gonna come around to it and start getting it done. But we're meeting in the middle. So I like that.
Right. Jay, how do you feel about that?
You know what Chill said earlier about that vetting process, man? That's an important thing. And when you're talking about physical attributes, like that shit don't take 6 months to sort through. You know what I'm saying? Like from the jump. And me personally, like I don't have an interest in changing anybody. We can build on what's already there. Improving you. Ways you can improve. We can expound on that, but like changing you and all that. No, because if they don't want it for themselves, yo, like internally, then that change ain't gonna be real, and it's gonna be limited. They might switch some shit up for a little bit, before long they're gonna resort back to what they know, what they're comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So you're just looking forward to an argument at some point. So that whole changing thing, nah. A few conversations, I'm gonna know exactly where you at, exactly what you. If it lines up with what I like and stuff like that, then cool. But then, like she said, like if it don't. I ain't about to sit here and be wasting time, because my time is more valuable than anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste time trying to get you to see things my way. You know what I'm saying? Or sell you a vision that I have of you. If you can't see it, then you just can't see it. If you cool with all the makeup and the lashes and all that type of shit, then okay, cool. But just understand my level of attraction for you is only gonna go but so high. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You could vet that, you know, and if, you know, bring it up in conversations and stuff like that. Tell them what you're into. If they're drawing off of you and they want to attract you more, they'll make those adjustments without you even saying anything.
That's right.
Without you even saying nothing. Like,
But Jay, I got a question for you. Are you gonna stay long enough just to clap the cheeks and then you gonna dip?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I'm too old for that shit now, G. Like, it ain't worth that. It ain't worth all the bullshit that come after that. You know what I'm saying?
If I put a month into it, bro, I got to get something out of it. So I'd have put it. I'd have put it too much time. I'm 30 days in. Now I might as well go ahead and get these cheeks and keep
Now,
pushing.
Yo, you stupid.
Check this out.
Sapphire, Sapphire was gonna say something.
Go ahead, Sappy.
You
No, I
was
was
gonna
just
say
saying,
something.
I was just agreeing with Mills on that point of, it will be vice versa. Like, her changing and wanting, I don't like that change word, but her growing and, wanting to look a little different and hold herself a little different just by what she see in this man is okay too. It's like, okay, I see that. So it goes from, oh, I'm wearing this to, you like this? I bought this today. It's kind of, it's not, I'm warming up to it. And then next thing you know, now she got everything you didn't ask her for because she wanted it. She wanted it. She's seen the reaction in you when she didn't do it. So okay, now it's like, all right, well, it's a balance. It's back and forth now. Now I'm gonna go to Neiman Marcus. I'm not gonna get my shit from 5 and below because my nigga want to see me like this. My dude.
Not 5 and below.
Oh man. Before you go, chill. I want to hear from Much. What's your thoughts on the topic?
I think that, so on one hand, I think that men are teachers. I think that when we get women, they start to grow once we have them and once they're with us. If you are, a certain type of man. On the other hand, I do believe that you should be with somebody who's equally yoked, somebody who kind of the way you see it. But I do understand that a lot of women are being given so much bad information, and they're taking it and they're living a certain way. But once a woman get with a certain type, she's going to change. She's going to grow and change so much things about her. Maybe she might be a feminist right now. If a feminist got with a real man, give it a year. Like, give it a year. She out of the nonsense beliefs that she has. Just after over, just over to just think differently when she's being around you. So I believe that a woman would naturally start to dress a little bit differently if she was going to be with that type of man. She'll admire you, and she'll want to be, and even after you, she'll want like you. So I don't believe you should necessarily change people, but I think it'll naturally happen regardless if she's with a certain type of guy.
And if she knows how.
Okay.
When you're doing that vetting thing, you got to see what she come from, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of stock do she come from? Is it already embedded in her? If you dress like this, why do you dress like this? Where'd you get this from? When it's already instilled in her from a grandmother or aunt or a mom or something like that, then you got less work to do. You got less stuff to worry about. She has something to go off of rather than just what you're telling her. Because if she already grown, what you're telling her, she needs something else to go off of that before she's going to make any adjustments to what she's doing.
Yeah, I think we got the whole vetting thing kind of messed up there a little bit. There are some women who qualify to be better than there are other women who just you don't vet them, you just do what it do. You know what I'm saying? They just there just some time. Like, you know what I'm saying? There are certain women that you do that. Like I try to tell fellas this all the time. You don't get into no long-term relationship based off of 6 months with the woman. You just don't. That's a fool's errand. All right. That woman has to show the ability to what, fellas? The ability to become an extension of you, your personality, and your goals. That's why you got a bunch of women out here now that has traits from other dudes, all the plethora dusties that they've been with. They're out there watching anime. They're out there playing video games. They got jerseys to a basketball and a football team, and they don't even live in that state. Like, y'all got to read the signs, baby. This is how it goes. She in California, but she got a Washington Redskins jersey. You better see what her past dude favorite football team was. You know what I'm saying? They pick up all these traits from all the plethora dudes that they've been with. That's biology. That's natural. That's gonna always happen. Whether they with them for a year, 6 months, or whatever, they're gonna always pick up cues, traits, whatever, vernacular from the guys that they were with. So it's your job. And I ain't saying you got to sit up there and try to tell them, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. That's the sign of a weak dude. You lead by example. That's power. Well, you ain't got to say nothing. That's all I'm saying. You know, some women are worthy of better. Some women are just you make it do what it do. You punch that hole. Let it go.
Exactly.
So I'm having some technical difficulties over here. My mouse seems to be not working. I don't know what just happened. I think it's dead. I don't know, but while y'all talk, but I wanted to give a shout out to my guy, No Captivity, Freezy. He is in the building.
No
Shout
cap.
out to you. All right. But man, this is killing me. All right, before we move on, Chill.
What's
you
up,
had
brother?
something you wanted to ask the panel, right? We had a discussion on something that you wanted to ask before we move into kids segment. I know you had something you wanted to talk about before. Am I wrong? Am I right?
You might be wrong. I don't know. I think I might have got off that chest. Either that or I don't forgot completely because the conversation is just, you know what I'm saying? The conversation be booming, man. So, you know, sometimes I forget, man. I'm old, y'all. I forget shit. You know, it be that way.
All right.
But look.
All right. So hold on. I have all right. I just charged it a little bit. So it was dying.
All right.
So before we go, I'm gonna play a segment. Kit, you ready? Kit, you all right there?
You ready, Kit?
Over there looking,
Hold on.
boy. Kit.
Look, y'all know I'm the creator minding my business. When y'all plug me in, I'm here. When I'm not.
So check it, right? We got a new segment that we're gonna do. It's called Yo Kit. So I'm excited about this segment. Basically, what we're gonna do is people are asking Kit questions. She's going to read it. She's going to also react to it, and then the panel will get into it. All right. So I got something dope. All right, Kit, what up? Talk to us.
Oh, wow.
So,
whoa.
Basically, just to give you guys some background, you know, Chill, this is an adult segment. If you cannot contain yourself, you know, don't be afraid to go where Romper Room and the children are. Okay. I just want to make sure because it's an adult segment. All right. So, for years and years and years, people come to me for all kinds of advice. And the one thing they used to do is they would come to my home. We would sit around my island in my kitchen. And I basically just give advice and just give an ear to listen to and make sure that they understand, you know, how to go about whatever it is that they want to go about. They can listen, they can't, but, you know, it's always good advice. So, I decided to start this segment along with GMT, and it's called Yo Kit. No one's talking to you, Chill. Do we need to exit you from? I had to let people know what it's actually about. Are we going to have a problem today?
His attention span sucks.
It's as long as the hair on his head. He does. I mean, you know. So,
damn.
Like, you know, that's all. So. Back to what we were talking about. Today's question comes from the initials LJ. We'll leave it there. And the question was this: would you feel comfortable setting up your friend who is HIV positive, who has asked you to hook them up? Like, would you tell your other friend up front or trust them to tell them? So,
I think we all doing this answer.
Oh, I get a lot of questions, and they come from all walks of life, so I don't judge. But so I ask a couple of different questions when I read this question. A couple of different things came to me, right? Because I know how we feel about it personally, based on stigma, based on lack of education, etc. But what do we know about this person, and what do we want to have as far as our level of deniability, right? I love I love a level of deniable culpability. Like, I don't want to have to deal and say, because here's the thing, if you do introduce that person to the friend, right? The problem is that if that other person doesn't disclose, the friend is gonna, you know, eventually say something to you, and then it comes into, oh, well, you knew and you didn't tell me about it, which technically you're not, that's not something that you would think to do, like, oh, FYI, girl, let me tell you this, or FYI, you know, XYZ. Also, I think about a lot of people don't realize that there are a lot of people out here who are positive, but their viral loads are so low and the medications that they take make them undetectable. With that being said, if someone that you are attempting to be intimate with, happens to show you their my chart, if they're undetectable, it's not going to come up where it's HIV with a splash of you can't get it. You're not going to see it. So my advice was, I personally would not introduce them. If you decide that you want to meet them and y'all are in the same area, then I would let you take that upon yourself, because if you don't disclose and something does happen, let's say you decide to not take your meds anymore, let's say something happens to your viral load and you become detectable. Now I have a person upset with me because I knew and I didn't disclose someone else's, sexual, chart. So that's just the cautionary place that I like to keep people. If it's something that can come back to you and it's an unpleasant type of a situation, err on the side of caution. Let your friend know that you respect them and you respect, their status and how they're taking care of themselves. But you don't want to be the person that is involved in between, anything that can potentially become intimate or romantic, and then now something happens and you lose a friend on both ends. So that's
all right.
Literally.
So
wow.
Yes. What? Go ahead, Candace. I'll say
I was
something after
I
you,
was
Candace.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, we grown. I'm not hooking you. If you want to meet this person, you figure out a way. I'm not hooking you up with nobody. You grown. We grown.
So
Even if it were not anything HIV and I hooked you up with somebody and that something it went wrong or something, I'm still gonna have some type of like of effect on that. Like, I'm still gonna be looked at. Why you hooked me up? You knew this person was like that. I'm grown. You want to
It's
get hooked up
called
with somebody? Do it
accessory after the
yourself.
fact.
So I disagree kind of with what that part, Candace. And I think most relationships, I'm put it this way: there are relationships that we get into out of friend groups. So people hook people up all the time, no matter the age range. So that does take place, and a lot of times it take place in
I mean, hell, it take place on this show. Shout
yeah,
out to Mary.
and even high net worth people, they trust their friends' discretion when they go to meet other people, especially a lot of men. But let me say this real quick: it's I kind of agree with what Ashley had to say. I may if my friend wanted me to hook somebody up and I know that HIV, I may say to the other friend, hey, this person interested in you. They got some other things they got to talk to you about, but they are interested in you. You have to disclose if you are positive. So you have to disclose that information anyway. I did work for a company by the name of Vive Connect. So we worked on medications with Dovato, Triumec, things of that sort. Even the first of its kind, Cabenuva, which is an injectable.
Cabenuva, Truvada for PrEP.
Right. So I worked on those. I worked on those drugs. So I've seen people who you would never know have it. And then on top of it, the undetectable thing, yes, when it's undetectable, typically you cannot uh, um, transmit it to anybody else. So like, and so case in point, there's a lady who had full blown, didn't know it was active with her partner. And fortunately, her partner didn't get it. She didn't know she had it, but her partner didn't end up having it anyway. But she was full blown, and she ended up on Dovato, and now she's undetectable. But at the end of the day, it's that person's job to disclose their personal health information, not mine. I just got to put the two together. I may say they have something they need to talk to you about, but at the end of the day, it's not my job to put somebody's personal health information out there. I didn't work on Truvada. I think Truvada's a PrEP. I worked on Tivicay, Dovato, Triumec, Cabenuva.
And Truvada for PrEP is for people. It's not for natural women. It's actually for transgender men, homosexual men, and stuff. So yeah,
right,
definitely.
Right.
My turn, listen here, man. Look, first of all, look, there are apps out there for people who share the same ailments as other people. Why even bring that? Communities. Yeah, they got a whole community. So look,
Why?
That's heavy.
I just look, if somebody came to me and asked me, I'm like, listen here, brother or sister, you need to get your ass on one of them dating apps. I got a whole community. Don't ask me to hook you up with nobody, because I would never do that. I'm not putting somebody who don't got nothing in high risk like that. And then it's no diss to anybody. No diss to anybody. You know, no hate, no shade, but they got a whole community for you already. You know what I'm saying? You need to sharpen that bargain. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
that community is called Atlanta.
yeah, they got a whole community for you, right?
God. Okay. My children romper home. I'm gonna need for y'all to get it together. We are going to be adults on these adult topics. Yes, Candace, I got to get the children. What is wrong with y'all? On every Sunday that we are here, every Sunday there's something wrong.
Wow.
The cabeza.
They got dating apps, they got chat forums, they got all kinds of stuff. So when a person, like, for folks like that, if you in a certain lane, you need to shop in that lane. If you in a certain bargain bin, you need to shop in that bargain bin. That it is
and
what it is.
I just feel like it's wild that a friend asked her that. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because here's the thing, you got to understand. And again, this isn't me taking one side or the other, because I'm very neutral here, right? It's one of those things where for people who are in those particular situations, it's not my situation, so I can't speak to it from a personal standpoint. But for someone that's in that particular situation, I guess they're taking it from the education that they have from being a part of that community, right? They know about what their viral loads are. They know if they're transmittable or not. They, if they're a responsible person. It's easy for us to frown our face at it because of, for one, the stigma behind it, all of the things that we've been taught from back even when Magic first got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very easy for us to have like this very blanket wall of, oh, hell no, because I know XYZ. But if that person is coming from a place where they're educated differently on their own person, on what they what they have, and then on themselves, that could make people say, I don't necessarily, and because if you think about it, right, if they have these communities, and this is just going to what you were saying, Chill, they have these communities and they can all be together, then there would be no reason to worry about a viral load or, outside of just being healthy, or worry about transmitting it back and forth at all. Because if you're in a community and everybody has it, outside of staying healthy for that standpoint, it's nothing to really be glamorified, if you will. But if you are somebody who is like, you know what, I take care of myself, this happened, but I'm making it show, they might have a different mindset behind how they interact and how they deal with the general gen pop, if you will, as far as their dating and their situation. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. This is my neutrality and just saying what could be.
I'm gonna say this because in terms of, I agree with the fact of the matter is your status, and you are responsible to disclose that. But I do have people, and I have friends who have gone through cancer and different things like that. I do have somebody personally that now I'm educated on it because I know about it, but they trust me with that information in terms of, I had to study on what is U equals U. I never heard of that before in my life until they said it. And the fact that it is so popular, there's a TikTok community about it. There's so much research out there that nobody even knows, because in their mind it's just like, okay, well, once you have it, you literally, the only thing for me to do is get it. And so mentally, we're not necessarily up to date with all the different types of medications, what it looks like. You have no idea. You have no idea what somebody is battling, just based upon what they look like, of course. But in terms of that, they themselves, they're responsible for getting therapy. They can opt to get therapy, to not get therapy. So they don't necessarily know how to re-navigate, rejoin the world. They look at themselves a whole lot differently in terms of like dating and things like that, because this particular person got it from somebody who didn't know. And then they found out, and now they have to have a certain type of conversation before they even take it a step further. So before we go to second base, before we do this, I have to have a responsible conversation. I have to figure out not just like surface level. It goes way deeper than, in terms of the vetting process, it's way different for this particular individual. And so they have a responsibility. They may not have told their family. They may not trust their circle well enough to say, hey, this is what I have, because their circle may not be responsible enough to keep that to themselves. That in itself, they may not be able to tell their parents. That's a whole different type. I gotta look at you different. I gotta sit across the room. In their mind, you can't be chopping up, and it's simple stuff, but it's really big to them. You can't chop up vegetables on Thanksgiving, and it's conversations like that it's like it's not funny. It's a real like serious thing, and the mental battles, the mental struggles, the anguish that they have, to go through. Yes, that's their responsibility, but they have a heavy load before they even disclose something like that, because I just
1 second, chill.
Okay. All right.
1 second, chill.
No, go
I
ahead.
want Mark to get it because I know Mark wanted to.
Go ahead.
I think I understand every point of view. But I think the big thing is like, it's, and I understand that somebody can be undetectable, right? They can be not really at risk of somebody else catching it. But I think we have to give people that information because they're ocean before they deal with somebody. It just is what it is, and they can do whatever they want with that information once we give it to them. But I think it's that person's responsibility to give it to them. But also, since we're now involved, I think that before you introduce that friend, to them, you have to ask that friend, "Are you okay with me telling them this?" You know, and hopefully, if you have a mature friend, then they can handle like hearing that information, like hearing that out loud. And they can just say, "Hey, yeah, I'm probably not open to dating this person. I probably am," and they may be uneducated, and that's fine. A lot of people are. It is what it is. There are a lot of women, like a lot of us can't get over certain things in our mind, like women don't want to date men who are bisexual, right? And it may not be an actual reason behind. Like they'll say, like, "Oh, I just don't want him to date no other men on me," or something like that. And this man can be completely faithful to you, but he did that in his past, not with it. And they completely fine. You can have that position. Like he did it before. I don't, it grosses me out in my head. You can have that position. The same thing with the STD thing. Some people just probably can't get over it in their head. Like even if you're not detectable and all that type of stuff, if they have a certain feeling towards it, if they have a certain reaction towards hearing it, it is what it is. It doesn't matter, somebody's status necessarily when it comes to just the way somebody feels. So
I agree.
And that's what I was saying with Professor, when you said when you opposed me a little bit about people hooking people up. I think like that is a person asked for that, and let's say in this situation, a person asks for that because it's like they want a buffer because they're afraid of any amount of rejection, so they want a buffer. I am not going to relieve you of your ability to handle hard things. And if it's somebody, let's say I have a really good friend that's like that, or whatever the case may be, listen, I have parties or whatever the case may be, or this is where I know this person is, you have to do that. So while I do understand that people do depend on other people to hook them up, the fact of the matter is there's always something that someone is hiding, and I don't want to have any sort of like I don't want to hold any of that on me, because I don't want to ruin my friendship. So if I have a friend that is asking me to do that and asking me not, like, you ought to understand that I'm going to disclose what's necessary. And if you think I shouldn't, or you're asking me not to, then you're putting me in a position. Are you really my friend?
I agree. And
Yeah, I get you. I hear what you're saying. And I hear the buffer piece. I just don't want to get in no one's head as to why they're doing something, and not just this situation, just in situation in general. When someone says, "Hey, can you hook me up with this person? Can you give me can you have me meet this person?" But but in certain states, North Carolina, South Carolina, I know at least those are the states I frequent. There are criminal statutes. So if you do not disclose that you are HIV positive, that there are criminal things there that can be taking place. What that level of what those statutes are, I'm not fully read into them yet, but I know there are criminal things that come in. I know in some states you can be put to death or be put sent to jail for life because of it's considered a death penalty. So in certain states, that's what that law is. And that's on the book. So that person has to disclose whether they have HIV or not to that person prior to them having sex because of the criminal statutes that's out there.
I got a question for you.
Chill. You was
That is
chill.
absolute facts. Like you absolutely
What
have
was
to disclose, because that's considered, like he said, a death sentence. And if you do not disclose that particular, like you don't have to disclose all of the other ones, which is why people always like, let me see your chart, right? But as far as HIV, because it comes what they call with a death sentence, because there's no cure for it, you absolutely have to disclose of that in certain states, and you can get time behind it, and it is a very real thing. So
before you go, Mont, I know Chill wanted to say something. Then Mont, you got it, and then I wanted to hear Jay's opinion on the topic as well.
I'm gonna keep it short and brief. Maybe I'm one of those ignorant ones who aren't educated. And guess what? I don't care. It's just I separate myself from certain things on purpose. Like if you a person and you went out there and got that monkey on your back, all right, then it's your responsibility to handle that and handle all the details with it. Hey, don't ever come to me asking you to hook you up with somebody, because I don't want you pissing in my dating pool. No, you got a whole community to deal with. Go find it. Sorry, that's just how I roll.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Chill. There's this thing. I know it slides past you every week, right? It's called decorum, right? And if you have some level of decorum when you say things, like I promise you, the message will be received so much differently. Like, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. Versus, I'm not. You know what? Where's Mama Chill? I need to meet Mama Chill. Something's telling me that I need to talk to Mama Chill.
So Mont, you had a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know. So, in as I guess as in little words as possible, what was your position on this question, Professor?
What is my position on the question? So my position is, if I have a friend that wanted to meet someone, I would let the other person know that there's something. I mean, the person wants to meet them, but there are some things they need to talk to you about. I'm not disclosing personal health information.
Okay, got you. And is it because it's health information? Is that in particular?
Well, yeah, it's to me, it's not my job or my duty to provide someone else's health information to someone else. If they want to provide it to them, they have that ability to do so. I'm gonna give it a caveat saying that, hey, they have something they need to talk to you about, but they are interested in having a conversation with you.
Okay, cool. So what if that individual transition from male to female? Do you feel the same way as far as hooking that person up? You say, hey, I'm gonna hook you up with this person, but they have something to talk to you about.
So just make sure I understand the question. Candace, I say it right. No, so to understand the question, if I have a male or female that transition to the opposite sex, should I tell that other person that they transition to an opposite sex? Is that correct?
Well, specifically a male that transitions to a female who wants to get hooked up with one of your friends.
So if a male wanted to be a female, if a male transitions to a female and I want to hook somebody up, I would again say they have something they need to talk to you about. There's a conversation needs to be had. Again, that's their job to tell them. I will say this: when it comes to those transitions, whether it's male to female, female to male, whatever it is, I think at the beginning, at the onset, you need to let that person know whether you were born a man or born a woman. I think I took issue with the whole the dating show that's popular on TV, that's unpopular online, where a female asked a male to kiss him, and after he kissed her, he said that I'm a man. I have an issue with that. So I think a man should be able to have the opportunity to make their own decisions for themselves.
Got you. I think that I would reasonably feel some type of way if my man hooked me up with a woman. We went on a date with a transgender woman.
Yeah, you just trying it.
I have that story to tell for the rest of my life. Like that's part of my history now. That I did go on with the transgender woman. I would feel some type of way that with transgender woman.
Yeah, and that's why I would say, hey, they need to have a conversation with you prior to y'all doing anything, and that's up to them to have that that's up to them to have that conversation. I wouldn't want to be put in that situation when I have some sort of caveat, because I would want to know what this conversation is or what it is we're going to talk about.
Only thing
I wouldn't even try my mans like that. I wouldn't even try my mans like that if I know how they are.
Yeah, I guess my question is just like, why not just be like, you know what, keep me out of this. Like, if you want to meet this person, go and figure out how to get. with them,
and that's fine. And that's fine
Yeah.
too. That's also fine. I mean, but
I definitely feel like with that bug y'all talking about, I feel like that is something that is undeniable. You got to disclose that. Me personally, my opinion on it, I'm telling, I'm snitching. I'm like, yo, listen, you know that person got that thing, right? You don't want that.
Right.
So stay away from that at all costs. I don't care what they gotta tell you later. I'm gonna tell you now.
But here's the thing, though, that for one, that's not for you to disclose because it's none of your business.
I don't care. I don't care.
But they know. Whoa.
because what if the person decides that person? What if the person says they? Hold on. What if the person says they date? I'm not gonna disclose it. I'm going because I really want this person, right? And I'm not going to disclose it to you because I want to have intercourse with you.
Yeah.
So at any cost, because it happens a lot. Now I feel responsible for the fact that I knew that you was interested.
That's saving
and I
a
didn't
life.
say nothing.
That's
so
saving a life.
I'm gonna tell my friend, yo, that person got that bug.
But that's a different situation. That's not what y'all know. I know y'all like the movie.
Yeah, it's different than the transition.
No, we're talking about, is it your business to tell somebody, whether it was my friend or not? Is it your business to tell somebody if that person's saying hook
but
me
here's
up?
the thing, right? For one, because y'all gonna let me get my thoughts out about the question that was asked to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's
I thought you got
come on, kid, because I got a question for you.
Professor, Professor, I would honestly say if that's going to be your stance on it, I would your best preference would be not to even say anything at all, right? Here's why: because you go and you say there's a conversation that they need to have, with you. Now you're making it where not only are you telling them that there's something that needs to be told, you're making it where that person is quote unquote going to tell them. What if they never tell them about that? What if they say, oh, well, the situation was XYZ and they never disclose? Now you're sitting here thinking like the conversation has been had that hasn't been had. And now you're still in the thick of it. If you just say, you know what? Your introduction is your introduction. How you work that out is how you work that out. That's a completely different thing. As far as what you were saying, GMT, I can see if your friend came to you and said that this person that has something and they was like, oh yeah, they tried to holler at me, this is that and the third. Then it's like, okay, well, hey, you may want to talk to them about some things because, Birdie told me, they got an itch that you can't scratch off, and basically put that energy into that person's, purview for them to do their own due diligence and research. But you telling them immediately is I don't know. And then also how you're saying, if this is your friend, are they deemed less worthy of your trust than this other person because they don't have something?
Okay,
so you're going to tell this other friend something, but this person,
you want me to answer that? Hell yeah.
So
you got something.
Oh wow.
So yeah, if they had sickle cell, if they had sickle cell or some sort of cancer, I got to tell them everything that I know about this person. If they had polio, they walk with a limp.
Okay, no. So
Kid,
so if you and I are friends, kid, okay? And there's this guy that, girl, kid, the dude that I seen at your party, such and such, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And that this guy has AIDS. You're not going, if I be like, you know what, he might not be, relationship material, but I might smash him, friends with benefits type stuff. You're not going to tell me because it's not your business?
Wow. See how y'all don't be listening to me?
You're right.
Please reiterate. But
Please
little don't mean that you don't listen to me. Because I be saying stuff. What I said was, I literally just said to GMT, I can see if your friend came to you and was like, yo, this person, I'm trying to, see what they about. They was trying to holler at me or whatever. And then they say, hey, you might want to talk to them about something because through the grapevine, I heard that, you might want to make sure that you look at certain situations before you jump into certain situations. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. And I don't know. It's a very slippery slope, right? Because now I have one.
It's not.
It is though. For me, it
Not
is.
slippery at all.
It's not because the only people the only people that are held by HIPAA law are
Yeah, it's too
doctors and
much.
health people or things like that. A regular
That's
human
it.
being is not, because what I'm doing is I'm saving a life. If you are my friend and I know that somebody you are talking to, look, I'm telling you plain and simple, because I am saving your life. At that point, your life is more important than their privacy.
Would you do that if they had herpes?
If I knew it, yes.
Okay.
Fellas,
So how about any other
you
personal
saying
health
fellas,
information?
sure,
I'm just asking.
regardless of how you keep saying
Yo,
fellas, whatever, I'm
You
hold
got
on.
a
gonna
reason.
There's two people on the panel. I haven't heard much from Jay or Sapphire on this topic.
They probably wondering
That's why over there writing a song and shit.
Jay probably figured out what monkey purpose he done asked to join on this
Hey,
video.
Hellcats and tats, right, Sapphire?
Jay, you could have been doing a whole bunch of other things, and
Go ahead, Jay.
you should think about that. You're just putting that out there for your life.
I respect everybody's feedback, man, but it's an easy no for me. Like, all that's just too much. It's too many unforeseen variables and shit. So like, nah, I'm real big on the minding my business. I'm real big on the not making somebody else's shit my shit. So like, nah, I'm not hooking nobody up. The most I'll do is create an environment where you can be in the same place at the same time. But as far as making
but even doing
But
that,
here's my question: This though, like, if you know but don't say nothing, are you just at fault? Because you said you're going to create an environment. So if they meet in this environment, but you never said anything,
That's why I wouldn't even do that.
is it the same thing? I didn't say nothing, but we understand. We went bowling together.
If that person comes to me to tell me, hey, I have X, Y, and Z, this person, this grown adult, this responsible individual, that person comes to me. First of all, when you get diagnosed, that becomes your responsibility. Don't put that on nobody else, because it's the most selfish thing you could ever do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, if they come to me to tell me, hey, such and such and such, I'm going to only flip it back on them. This is for you to handle, but I want you to understand this is not my responsibility, nor is it anybody else's. So you need to make it plain, clear as day, because if this person comes to me and we're having a casual conversation, now it's like, well, do they know? Do they not know? Now it's something I'm not thinking about that. I don't want to know. So
that's too much.
Tell me if you're going to tell. If you're not, leave them alone, because I don't want to be. I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
And that's all I was saying. If I can't be upfront on all fronts, I don't want to be a part on no front. And that's
then
all
Professor,
like
you
maybe
said,
I need to
like,
say. Maybe I need to say it like that. I say
The laws
after the fact. That's called accessory after the fact. That's like knowing about a robbery and setting somebody up to get stuck up, and
you can't get
nothing
charged
about it.
And it's they knew and they ain't say nothing to you. No.
Yeah, nah.
I think it's just reasonable.
Reliable culpability. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I ain't seen shit.
I think it's just reasonable and sensible to like see something, say something. If I have a party and I see two people getting acquainted, and it might turn into something. Then if I know that there's something about this individual and I see that, then I might say something to my friend, like, hey, just let you know this person has something they can't get rid of or whatever. But it's all about see something, say something, like and be reasonable. I'm not going to tell you. Hey, in fifth grade, just wanted you to know that that's not important information. But like something like an STD, it makes sense to, if I know, to this information. And also, I don't think I'm betraying either of my friends, because I would, before I even hook them up, are you okay with me letting this person know this? Because if you're not okay with this, then I'm not going to hook you up. And I'll just stay out of it, and you can do it, figure it out, your own way. But I would have loyalty to both of my friends, and I'm gonna just operate ethically.
I mean, with me, honestly, I would, if let's say it was that same exact situation, and someone came to me and said, "Hey, yo, hook me up," and I'm like, "All right, you do it on your own or whatever, because you're saying you're gonna disclose it. I'm still gonna disclose it, because I don't want you going behind my back or someone back and still like, yo, listen, and I don't feel like I need to say something." There was a young lady who just went viral the other day, but saying it's not my responsibility to tell people I have HIV. It's not.
That's a lie.
Why do I have to?
There's a dude that was literally on a video, and I don't even know how he got to any buns, because he was missing more teeth than the Lord should allow for any one person trying to get him. But he literally was on a video saying, oh, if I sleep with you and you get something, like, that's just it is what it is. Like,
he said,
no. No,
he ain't got no
but
teeth, so he ain't getting no buns though. So it's hypothetical. So we can just ask
Yo, Jay, what
when I
up?
tell you, it was
Yeah.
a whole New York block missing out of the bottom of his teeth. Like I'm talking about, and if you've been in New York, you know what a New York block looked like. The whole strip,
Whole mile.
whole block,
Hey,
gone.
but look,
Empire
I'm gonna
State.
say this. Look, fellas, I want y'all to stay safe out there, man. I'm gonna tell you, this conversation that made my balls tingle a little bit, man. It made me nervous.
Let's go to your basketballs. Okay.
And we're supposed to, kick it tonight, and I'm turned off, man. Look, make sure you get everybody tested before you even shake hands, kiss, whatever. And then because look, y'all know what it is out there. Not to say that, I am gonna say it. It's hoes who lie and it's niggas who lie. Okay, because they just too embarrassed to admit that I got that monkey on my back or whatever. Man, everybody get tested with any new partner you got. I don't give a damn if they need to go with you. Cut them the hell off. And I land.
But to that point, get tested as regular as you can because honestly, let's just say and that partner. Exactly. Like literally either every quarter or every 6 months because you may not know. And then you become ignorant to the fact that, I don't know what I have. I don't know what I've got going on. But it's a lot of people. I won't say men, I won't say women. There's a lot of people who have a stigma about going to the doctor or getting checked up. Oh, well, I don't have anything. How would you know that? You don't actually know that. So we're
yeah, you're right. It's a lot of people that I looked at that look natural, that look normal, that you didn't know they had it.
Here's the biggest thing: y'all wouldn't have to get tested all the damn time if y'all would stop being so freaking hot in your pants and sleeping around with so much damn people.
Come on, big brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they put some clothes on. If they put some clothes on, they wouldn't be sleeping with everybody.
Grow up.
Yeah, he needs to sleep clothes on.
No.
We're not going to
do giving it away. That ain't just dressing like 304s.
We will not tread over the establishment. First things first, we know that several people who are ringed up will bring stuff back to their other ringed up people in their home, and they ain't did nothing but
That's
make.
That's why I said stop sleeping around like that. It's for everybody.
Everybody involved. I will say this, just to for the contention of the energy, and just to put the final word out there, err on the side of caution. Make it where you do not have to be involved in what could possibly be someone else's treachery, and if you see signs that something can go awry, just make sure that you're using caution as to how you are showing up for your friends. If you feel like being a part of that particular situation is just too many, at least for me, it's just entirely too many outliers that could possibly present themselves, and all of them all lead back to me. And I'm really big about that. Like, I like to be able to say I cut the ties and now they got their own growth paths, they got their own roots, and they've taken on a new life. But if I'm still involved to any degree and it's not in a positive space, then I normally gracefully bow out. And so that would be my advice to LJ. Hopefully you're watching this segment. I will definitely send it to you, but err on the side of caution. Let grown people be grown people. And if you see it becomes to a space where one of your friends could be harmed, where it's lifetime detriment, make sure that you put them on so that they can know how to move indefinitely. So I will land that there.
Right. So with that being said, and with that, thank you so much. That was good. I'm happy we did this segment. We're gonna implement this every Sunday because this is good. It switches it up, so I love it. Thank you so much.
If you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask for the segment, please send them to GMT. We will definitely go through them, or you all can send them.
Send them straight to Kit. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
million things. Send them to me. We will filter through them, and we'll have another one for you guys next week. So super excited and happy to do
it. I did have one last comment too. I think legally and morally, it's the person's responsibility to disclose information, but I also think it's our responsibility to make sure that we check. Because at the end of the day, we can sue them, right? They can go to jail. That doesn't take the STD away from us. So we always have to kind of like we're responsible for the decisions that we make in our lives because we have to live with them. They might not have to live with the situation. And if they broke, what are you suing them for? Suing them for anyway. Like, so it's, you know,
I
it's
sue your
definitely.
mama.
You say?
I sue your mama. I'm suing everybody.
I'm suing everybody.
If it's got a heart, if it's got a heartbeat and it look like you, I'm suing.
I'm just saying, GMT can Chill get a leverage checklist segment, and can I get a red or white woman segment? I'm just saying, can we get
red or white? Look at your handle. Look at his handle, y'all. His handle says Christmas list 1. He says Asian Indian with a
okay, so Professor, let me help you. You asked for the same thing twice. Indians. Okay, so do you want an Asian or do you want an Indian? Because they're both Asian.
No, because I had to clarify because some people aren't educated. I know where India is, but some people are not educated. So when the one lady who just lost the presidency, when she ran, they called her Asian Indian before she ran for president. Then they called her black. But I'm saying, so you have to clarify. You have to clarify because some people don't know India's in Asia, and if I say India, they're gonna think the one with the feather, not the red dot.
Professor, you know what? How dare you wear my favorite color speaking blasphemous on this damn panel?
I didn't speak blasphemous. I wasn't the one that spent $1 billion in 90 days and still was 20 million.
Y'all know we not backstage, right?
Listen,
somebody say peace with some chicken and get him out of here. Like, we got to get him back.
I do got to go to practice. I got to get out of here.
Please get to the backstage so I can cuss him out properly. I'm not doing it properly.
All right, yeah, we're going to go backstage. You can curse them out back there. This was a great show. Thank you so much, y'all. Jay, you did great your first time on the panel. Thank you so much. I got the sound effect. I could do it. So,
mine is
thank y'all. I guess. Thank you so much for joining the show. We will see y'all on Tuesday for Grown Women Talking, and also stay tuned for Friday Grown Men Trash Talking. Like I said, be prepared for Me to Marry. Get the word out there, share the content. Let's get this channel popping. With that being said, we will see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, I say wait.
Peace. Hold on. I'm messing this whole thing up, y'all. Here we go. Is there something I can say?